Hello, everyone. Nice to have you with us. Let's get this going. Before I start, thanks again to everybody that joined in Saturday. That was our record-breaking amount of views on one video, on one live stream. Let's see if we can do better next time. But thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That will help you see when we go live next with different things. Friday we should have a guest speaker or at least a another show called Hashtag Spotlight. That's a lot of fun. I enjoy watching that actually. Another thing that's good to know is Saturday we did a live stream of uh, my reaction and analysis of the Republican primary in the U.S. The last debate, the fourth debate. They did speak a little bit about crypto, so that was interesting. More interesting than the other debates so far. So that was helpful. And then we'll do other things as well as time goes by and diversify the types of content. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right. Cyrus detects a normal transaction related to Kyber network exploit. Let's take a look at this. Cyrus, a blockchain security firm, identified an abnormal transaction linked to a $50 million HXA token transfer, suspecting a Kyber network exploit. Post-exploit, withdrawals and deposits of HXA tokens were suspended on Gate.io and MEXC exchanges amidst concerns over the security of funds. It's good to know. If you use that, definitely important to know. BRICS make good on their word to ditch the US dollar, the $2 billion copper mega deal. Let's see who's involved. China is persuading African nations to use the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar for cross-border transactions as it moves to expand the BRICS alliance. Zambia exports raw and processed copper to China each year for $2 billion. China is pushing de-dollarization by encouraging Zambia to pay for copper using the yuan. China has been instrumental in promoting the de-dollarization movement across many developing countries, including those in Africa. That means Zambia has to buy yuan to pay for their. China doesn't want them to pay in their own currency. They want them to pay in Chinese currency. That's interesting. I love how people don't see this as imperialistic at all. It's fun. I'll look at Argentina new president's economic to-do list. Javier Milei, Argentina's new president, inherits a challenging economy with overspending and high inflation. Milei faces the task of reducing government expenditure and stabilizing the plummeting peso. His approach will be crucial in addressing Argentina's foreign debt and rebuilding confidence in the national currency. Well, he wants to switch to the dollar, so I don't see why he would care about confidence in the national currency. Its new very cool anarcho-capitalist president, the nation braces for an economic overhaul. Milei, a figure who has idolized economic stalwarts like Milton Friedman, steps into a role fraught with challenges. Once a powerhouse in the global south, Argentina now finds itself ensnared in economic turmoil, a legacy of years of complex controls and missteps. And corruption, as well as just incompetence. The missteps weren't an accident. They were targeted in a way. It's interesting. Steering away from his initial hardline promises, Milei's approach in office will be a litmus test for the country's economic future as he navigates through a labyrinth of fiscal challenges that have long plagued the South American nation. Interesting. At the heart of Argentina's economic woes is the government's chronic overspending. The public sector has ballooned over the past 2 decades, with government roles expanding in contrast to the sluggish growth in private sector employment. According to the IERAL think tank, public sector jobs surged by 34% from 2011 to 2022, while private sector roles inched up a mere 3%. This imbalance has fueled continuous budget deficits exacerbated by tax levels that soar above the Latin American average. This overexpansion has set the stage for a cycle of financial instability. Government expenditure has nearly doubled as a share of the GDP over the last 20 years, painting a picture of a state that has grown too large for its economic britches. Now, the new administration must grapple with cutting back on this unsustainable spending, a task easier said than done. Cut off from international borrowing since its ninth sovereign default in 2020, the preceding government resorted to printing money to fund the deficit, causing the money supply to skyrocket and the peso's value to plummet. This monetary expansion has led to a spiraling inflation rate, now among the highest globally. With JP Morgan projecting could hit a staggering 210% by year's end, the central bank has been forced to hike interest rates to an eye-watering 133%, trying to keep pace with the rampant inflation. Argentina's central bank has been issuing short-term interest-paying notes to absorb excess pesos, a strategy that has only added to its financial burdens. The country's foreign debt situation is equally precarious, with $43 billion owed to the IMF and a total foreign currency sovereign debt of $263 billion. Culturally, Argentines have Argentines have a unique relationship with money favoring cash, particularly US dollars, for significant transactions and savings. This habit presents its own set of challenges for the new administration, which needs to build confidence in the national currency and financial institutions. Not really. Like, they literally elected a guy who hates the central bank. Malay's approach to these challenges will be closely watched. His initial campaign promises of radical measures like dismantling the central bank and dollarizing the economy have given way to a more moderate stance since his election victory. The task at hand is monumental, unwinding the current economic controls and distortions while stabilizing the economy without triggering runaway inflation or a collapse in market confidence. I see. So he's trying to stabilize things before he switches over. Analysts like Alberto Ramos from Goldman Sachs note that if Milei can navigate Argentina out of its economic quagmire, it could become one of the most remarkable emerging market success stories in decades. However, the volatile nature of Argentina's economy makes this task akin to handling nitroglycerin. It can ignite overnight. The economic adjustments necessary are fraught with risks, and the outcome is as uncertain as a Formula One car in a high-speed skid. Yeah, everyone's watching to see if he can pull it off too, which is crazy. The amount of extra the amount of extra things going on there are just nuts. All right, so let's see. US, South Korea, and Japan joined forces to tackle North Korea's Lazarus Group crypto hackers. Hi, Arshoria and GoGo35. Nice to have you guys with us. According to national security advisors gathering in Seoul, the US, South Korea, and Japan have agreed to increase cyberspace response to North Korea. The three officials also talked about North Korea's connections with Russia. According to the UN, North Korean hackers stole a record amount of crypto last year to fund their weapons programs. Pyongyang denies hacking and cyber attacks. Of course they would. So that doesn't sound like a cool way to make money. So Ethereum climbs in value despite stalled growth in user numbers. That's interesting. Ethereum's price has reached a 19-month high at $2,400, leading a significant rebound in the crypto market. Despite the price surge, Ethereum has not experienced a corresponding increase in new user acquisition. The potential approval of a spot Ethereum ETF by the US SEC could dramatically influence Ethereum's user base and further boost its price. Same could be said of Bitcoin, although Bitcoin has been gaining more users, it seems. Bitcoin's crypto market dominance is at risk, but why? Bitcoin is currently at $43,928.68 with a market capitalization of $860 billion, signifying a dominance of 50.18%. BTC bulls maintained their momentum throughout the end of the week's Wall Street trading, with BTC to USD reaching new 19-month highs. BTC ETF approvals, or Bitcoin ETF approvals, are underway. Under the direction of Cathie Wood, ARK Invest has amended its S1 filings with the SEC as of December 2nd, 2023, in preparation for a probable green light for their much-discussed ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. As of now, Bitcoin comprises slightly less than half of the $1 trillion cryptocurrency market, as reported by CoinGecko. Bloomberg reports that Bitcoin's market share was approximately 38% in January. However, it has since increased to 48.5% as investors have abandoned alternative cryptocurrencies in favor of the original cryptocurrency's perceived security. As of today, Bitcoin, so we talked about that, signifies a price escalation of 0.15% over the last 24 hours and 13.22% over the last 7 days. The current value of the global crypto market capitalization is $1.71 trillion, representing a change of 0.7% over the last 24 hours and 92.66% over the past year. So stablecoins, meanwhile, let's see, we talk about this every time. Bitcoin bulls maintained their momentum throughout the end of the week's Wall Street trading. I don't see the risk of Bitcoin being like surpassed by something else in the article. That's interesting. Tether announces new wallet freezing policy to boost security. What you need to know. Tether has implemented a new policy to freeze wallets listed on the U.S. Office of Foreign Asset Control's OFAC specially designated nationals lists. Interesting. This initiative, led by Tether's new CEO, Paolo Ardoino, aims to prevent the misuse of Tether's tokens and strengthen the company's relationship with global law enforcement and regulators. So if you're under sanctions, you won't be able to use Tether's wallet. That makes sense, actually. Van Eck makes 15 bold 2024 crypto predictions. Are you ready for the market? Van Eck predicts that the U.S. economy will finally succumb to a recession in the first half of the year and that more than $2.4 billion will flow into newly approved U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs in the first quarter of 2024. Van Eck predicts that Bitcoin will grow in 2024 as an outcome of the United States presidential results. Ethereum will fail to outperform every mega cap tech stock in 2024, but it will outperform Bitcoin. Van Eck predicts that Binance will lose its place as the most sought-after crypto exchange. Interesting predictions. Those metaverse losses have had no effect on Mark Zuckerberg. Interesting. Despite significant operating losses in the metaverse, Meta's overall business, including digital advertising, has thrived in 2023. Strategic shifts like the year of efficiency and advancements in AI have bolstered investor confidence and share prices. Zuckerberg has maintained a low public profile, focusing on AI innovations, while metaverse interest remains tepid. Yeah. Credit Suisse results in $400 million property expense for UBS. UBS incurs a $400 million expense from acquiring Credit Suisse, involving lease terminations and office refurbishments. The merger prompts major relocations and rebranding, moving Credit Suisse staff to UBS buildings and removing old logos. UBS's integration challenges include financial strains, with significant job cuts and the first quarterly loss in nearly 6 years. So it wasn't necessarily a fun time for UBS to take it over. Indian government boosts Web3 sector with strong support for startups. The Indian government, via Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, has confirmed its support for Web3 startups, recognizing the sector's significance in shaping the internet's future. Initiatives like the Center of Excellence for Blockchain, established in March 2020, and various schemes like Tide 2.0, Samrid, NGIS, and SIP EIT are designed to incubate and mentor startups in emerging technologies. The government's stance on Web3 was clarified during a parliamentary session where a member asked about the support extended to startups in this emerging field. The minister emphasized the government's commitment to ensuring that India plays a pivotal role in the shaping of the future of the internet and Web3. He acknowledged the importance of blockchain technology as a key component of Web3, illustrating the government's understanding of the sector's potential impact. Interesting. That is extremely interesting to me. Didn't say crypto, said blockchain. Altcoins threaten to drag Bitcoin down. Are they succeeding? Bitcoin's dominance in the crypto market is threatened as altcoins led by Cardano and Avalanche surge in value. Analysts warn of a potential downturn in Bitcoin's trend, with its market dominance potentially falling below critical levels. The rise in altcoin values hints at a possible shift in investor preference, potentially signaling the beginning of an alt season. Oh, bull run and alt season almost at the same time, like almost immediately. That's interesting. Changpeng Zhao is filthy rich and the US is using it against him. Changpeng Zhao, Binance founder, is restricted from leaving the US due to his significant wealth and lack of American ties. US district judge's decision highlights the complexity of wealth in legal proceedings, especially in cases involving international figures. Despite Zhao's compliance and absence of criminal history, his financial resources and international connections are viewed as potential flight risks. That actually kind of makes sense. Hi, hello, Binance user 7B92E. Nice to have you with us. Shiba Inu's $1.2 million SHIB token burn announcement. Shiba Inu to burn $1.2 million worth of SHIB, aiming for value boosts. Shibarium drives token burn surge. Debate on Bone token burns impact. Shiba Inu's lead developer Satoshi Kusama has revealed plans to burn approximately $1.2 million worth of SHIB tokens in a move aimed at reducing circulation and potentially increasing the value of the popular meme coin. The announcement follows growing demands from the Shiba Inu community for more token burns to enhance scarcity and drive up SHIB's value. Makes sense. Just don't overdo it. Optimism regains dominance in the L2 sector. That's interesting. Optimism regains L2 leadership with record active addresses and TVL dominance. Op token shows impressive price trend reversal, gaining over 26% in a day. Optimism's resilience highlights its strong position in the competitive blockchain landscape. That's fascinating. Crypto Titans, FTX, and Alameda Research shift $23.59 million in assets. To prominent cryptocurrency exchanges. The movement of these assets spanned over 4 days and included a diverse array of 19 tokens, shedding light on ongoing activities in the crypto space. They're probably selling these to pay off debt as part of the $100 million they're allowed to do per month or whatever it is. So that's probably what's going on there. Avalanche Web Wallet to undergo transformation with launch of Core on January 23rd. Eva Labs is retiring the Avalanche Web Wallet on January 23rd to make way for the Core Wallet, a forward-looking solution tailored for advanced AVAX staking. This move is not a setback, but a strategic step to enhance capabilities and provide a more comprehensive crypto experience. Despite the transition, Ava Labs maintains transparency by keeping the web wallet's codes open source, inviting collaboration from the crypto community. The Core Wallet introduces features such as verification, delegation, and cross-chain transfers, reflecting Ava Labs' commitment to innovation and responsiveness to the evolving needs of users in the cryptocurrency landscape. Maybe it's because of all these different things that they're doing that the value of AVAX is going up so fast. And OP is going up as well. And it's interesting, all these layer 2s are just skyrocketing. Compound DAO falls short in rewarding developer for critical bug fix. Oh no. Compound DAO's vote to reward a developer for fixing a critical vulnerability failed, missing the required 400,000 vote quorum by 15,000 votes. Despite over 70% support, the proposal aims to pay the developer $125,000 for patching a vulnerability in the V3 protocol known as Comet. The incident sheds light on challenges within decentralized governance, raising questions about decision-making dynamics. Despite endorsements and community backing, the protocol's inability to meet the quorum requirement prompts a broader conversation about the intricacies and effectiveness of decentralized governance in the blockchain space. It seems very convoluted and actually not necessarily a good thing in every situation. Digital asset brokerage Nonco secures $10 million seed funding for U.S. expansion. Since its inception in April, digital asset brokerage firm Nonco, embodying a nonconformist ethos, has swiftly gained prominence, boasting an impressive $6 billion in trading volume within the Americas. The surge in demand within the U.S. has prompted the company to secure $10 million in seed funding for strategic expansion. Originating as a spinoff from OSL Digital Limited, the Americas division of Hong Kong-based OSL, Nonco inherits the expertise of the same team. With OSL retaining a minority stake in the venture, the collaboration showcases a strategic partnership combining experience and innovation to navigate the dynamic landscape of institutional digital asset trading. Interesting. Chaim Mjolnir, actually, if I pronounced that correctly. Interesting. I did not expect to see a mythical hammer in chat. Binance user CU6P as well. Nice to have you with us. Elfinity raises $700,000 drainage in Elfinity USDC pool. Elfinity USDC pool experienced a $700,000 drainage on December 8th, resulting from an arbitrage bot exploiting a bug in the protocol. Or cancel order. Sorry, the protocol. The bug was linked to an unexpected response to an immediate or cancel order, allowing the bot to manipulate prices and drain funds. The incident highlights the vulnerability of decentralized exchanges like Elfinity or Lifinity and underscores the importance of robust error handling mechanisms. Lifinity is actively working to recover funds, emphasizing the need for continuous code scrutiny and security enhancements to fortify decentralized finance platforms against potential exploits. Nice. Global Web3 adoption accelerates as MetaMask partners with 6 countries. Wow. So MetaMask announces Web3 partnerships in Vietnam, the Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Egypt, and Chile, integrating with local payment platforms to enhance user accessibility. The cryptocurrency wallet service expands support for local transfers in Vietnam, Malaysia, Japan, and South Korea through alliances with Unlimit and TransFi. Interesting. John Deaton challenges former SEC chair's stance on XRP sales ruling. John E. Deaton, a cryptocurrency advocate, criticizes former SEC chair Jay Clayton for his stance on XRP's programmatic sales ruling. Deaton refutes Clayton's comparison of the XRP case with other SEC cases, highlighting the uniqueness of Ripple's situation. Interesting. Some differences of opinion between different SEC folks and lawyers and whatnot. U.S. imposes sweeping monitorship on Binance. I could actually make it safer to use. The U.S. Department of Justice imposes extensive oversight on Binance, indicating increased regulation in the cryptocurrency industry. The Department of Justice's monitorship includes exhaustive compliance commitments, potentially hindering Binance's operations. This unprecedented level of U.S. government scrutiny on Binance suggests a future of intensified regulatory measures for the crypto sector. Maybe it'll help clean up the place. Maybe it'll just make things more complicated. We shall see. Altcoins beat Bitcoin in the bull run. Here are the top picks. Crypto market analysts led by Venek predicts that ETH will lead the altcoins bull run and overtake Bitcoin use in 2024. Altcoins such as Ethereum, ETH, Chainlink Link, Arbitrum ARB, and Optimism Op are set to go hand in hand with Bitcoin in the crypto market bull run. Make informed investment decisions. Do your own research. Crypto market analysts predict that the 2024 crypto market is going to be an unprecedented year because of Bitcoin ETFs and the BTC halving. So yeah, these guys they're saying Optimism, Arbitrum, Chainlink, and Ethereum are going to be top choices. That depends on investors, so we'll see how that goes. The crypto week ahead as BTC sets trade at $45,000. I'm not going to read that because that's from yesterday. Ethereum ETFs trigger FOMO amongst mainstream investors. All you need to know. Fear of missing out is what FOMO means for those that don't necessarily know. Analysis by VeloData indicates that the Ethereum futures basis on CME is presently trading at a 5% premium over Bitcoin, surpassing a 20% premium, meaning TradeFi is moving towards ETH features. VanEck market forecasts that Ether will flip Bitcoin in the 2024 crypto market bull run. Ethereum is on track to reach its $2,500 target in the current cycle. ETH is currently trading at $2,351.81 as of time of writing. Ordinals are the hidden Achilles heel in Bitcoin Core. Developers are worried. Bitcoin Core developer Luke Dashir contends that the presence of ordinals is a weakness that is causing an increase in transaction expenses and must be eliminated. While Bitcoin Core developers such as Luke regard inscriptions as spam, others on the social media platform X view them as an evolution of the BTC blockchain. Some market analysts argue that BTC ordinals will lead the NFT's bull rally. Interesting. A lot of different ways of looking at it. I personally don't like adding anything on top of Bitcoin, but that's just me. I see it as a cryptocurrency more than a blockchain to be used for other things. Solana flips Ethereum on NFT sales, sold to $90. According to CryptoSlam data, Solana recently surpassed Ethereum in terms of NFT sales. At present, Solana is trading at a price of $73.68. The value of Ethereum stands at $2,351.87. The global crypto market capitalization stands at $1.72 trillion. Crypto market analysts predict that NFTs will play a huge role in the next crypto bull run, which is interesting because we've been told for almost 2 years that for at least a year and a half that NFTs are useless by so many people. But now we're starting to see what tokenization is actually capable of doing. And in real use, real life cases, it's become really interesting. Hello, Binance user 4EC00. Nice to have you with us. Unsealed Department of Justice filings raise concerns over Binance's future. Newly unsealed documents from the U.S. Department of Justice have cast a shadow of uncertainty over the future of cryptocurrency exchange giant Binance. The revelations suggest that Binance may be facing an uphill battle against intensified government oversight, potential litigation, and regulatory challenges. Former chief of the SEC Office of Internet Enforcement, John Reed Stark, has voiced concerns about the implications of the recently unsealed Department of Justice filings for Binance. He said they could mean the end of Binance. The SEC filed supplemental pleading against Binance, strengthening the SEC Binance lawsuit exponentially. Okay. One key aspect highlighted by Stark is the authority granted to the Department of Justice Monitor, tasked with ensuring Binance's compliance. This monitor will be subject to the oversight of various divisions within the Department of Justice, including the Criminal Division, Money Laundering and Asset Recovery sections, National Security Division, Counterintelligence and Export Control Section, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Washington. This coordinated effort signifies the Department of Justice's intent to leverage its full range of capabilities to tackle financial fraud within Binance. I don't think I've ever seen the Department of Justice get so involved in a company before. Stark expresses skepticism regarding Binance's ability to swiftly transform into a conventional, law-abiding, transparent, and government-friendly business entity. Surviving an audit by the SEC is already a formidable challenge, but the prospect of enduring audits conducted by both the Department of Justice and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, appears to be a formidable hurdle for the exchange. As Binance navigates these unprecedented challenges, its future remains uncertain. The intensified scrutiny from the Department of Justice and the SEC's integration of the Department of Justice settlement factors into its enforcement action creates a complex legal landscape for the exchange. Wow. Binance could lose its court case with the SEC as well then. That's nuts. Department of Justice reveals extensive monitoring of Binance operations. We just talked about that. Crypto industry divided as U.S. government removes AML provisions. What? Removal of crypto AML rules raises regulatory concerns. A mission seen as a boost for crypto innovation, balance needed for effective crypto regulation. In a surprising move, the United States government has removed two critical provisions related to cryptocurrency anti-money laundering regulations from the National Defense Authorization Act. The NDAA is a significant piece of legislation that determines how the country's Defense Department can utilize federal funding. The removal of these provisions has sparked debates and discussions within the cryptocurrency industry and regulatory circles. The two provisions were aimed at addressing AML concerns associated with cryptocurrency. The first provision mandated the U.S. Secretary of the Treasury to collaborate with banking and government regulators to establish a risk-focused examination and review system for cryptocurrencies within financial institutions. The system was designed to enhance transparency and compliance within the cryptocurrency space. The second provision focused on combating anonymous cryptocurrency transactions, particularly those involving crypto mixers and tumblers. It required the production of a comprehensive report detailing the volumes of crypto asset transactions linked to sanctioned entities. Additionally, the report would have covered the regulatory approaches taken by other jurisdictions, guiding the implementation of cryptocurrency regulations in the United States. That is interesting that they just dumped it. China and Singapore collaborate to allow tourists to spend the digital yuan. Okay. So they're going to be using China CBDC in Singapore for Chinese tourists. That's interesting. Vladimir Putin reveals his worries about the Western financial system. Is it that it's going to destroy his own or what? Russian President Vladimir Putin has revealed his views about the current state of the Western financial system, characterizing it as decades old and predominantly controlled by the dollar and euro. His remarks made during the Russia Calling Forum in Moscow shed light on the evolving dynamics in the international economic landscape. Of course, he's going to make attacks on the whole system. Highlighted a discernible shift toward transactions in national currencies, signaling a departure from the established reliance on Western banks and the SWIFT system. This transition, according to Putin, is an ongoing process gaining momentum. The president's critique of the Western financial infrastructure focused on its technological obsolescence, attributing this decline to complacency and an ingrained resistance to change. Funny, coming from a guy who's never lost an election since he's been president. I mean, yeah, resistance to change. Funny. Mike Novogratz dismisses JP Morgan CEO's claims about crypto. Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz has voiced his opinion concerning JP Morgan CEO's claims about Bitcoin and crypto. What did he say? Because the JP Morgan CEO, Jamie Dimon, in a congressional hearing asserted that he would shut down crypto and Bitcoin if he held a government position, citing concerns about their association with criminal activities such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and tax evasion. Funny coming from a banker. Banks have done that sort of thing for a long time, historically speaking. Mike Novogratz, however, vehemently challenged Dimon's perspective, describing it as supreme arrogance and highlighting the contrasting opinions of numerous influential investors. Among the notable figures supporting Bitcoin despite Dimon's skepticism are some of JP Morgan's clients. This includes individuals like Fidelity Investments CEO Abigail Johnson, renowned investor Stanley Druckenmiller, and Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio. Novogratz emphasized that these figures are not merely endorsing Bitcoin, but are substantial investors who view it as a legitimate store of value. This contradicts Dimon's dismissal of the cryptocurrency's worth. And yeah, this is a debate that's going to keep going for a while. We'll see more things coming out of that kind of debate. Blockstream CEO shares take on Bitcoin censorship resistance. Adam Back discusses Bitcoin's strong censorship resistance in the context of increased crypto regulation. Back highlights technological advancements like Stratum v2 and committed transactions, enhancing Bitcoin's decentralized and neutral transaction capabilities. He says, so the concept of censorship resistance remains a cornerstone of the blockchain ethos. Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, recently shared his insights on Bitcoin's ability to withstand censorship, an aspect critical to the digital currency's foundational principles. He emphasized that Bitcoin's inherent model of censorship resistance ensures that when one miner or pool refuses to mine, others will, thereby maintaining the network's decentralized nature. With advancements such as, yeah, we talked about that. All right, that's pretty cool. That is a plus for Bitcoin for sure. Asia's hottest crypto stories of the week. Let's take a look at last week real quick. Regulatory vigilance in Hong Kong's cryptosphere. Singapore and China visa-free synergies and beyond. Kazakhstan's crypto clampdown and Hanan's virtual currency scheme. And then a bunch of developments across Asia that we talked about during the week. So that's what's going on in Asia real quick. Google tightens rules on cryptocurrency trust ads. Google updates its advertising policy to require certification for cryptocurrency coin trust ads in the US, effective January 29th, 2024. Advertisers must align with new guidelines and local laws to be certified by Google for advertising cryptocurrency trusts. Violations of the updated policy will result in warnings followed by potential account suspension. Hi, Kellen Galk, 2,774 link. You say you need USDT, thanks. Don't we all? But thanks for joining. Hi, Domino 741. Nice to have you with us again. Binance user E1E96. Nice to have you with us. Why the United Kingdom is never returning to the EU? Because they don't want to. Despite shifting public opinion, the UK's return to the EU is unlikely due to changed political and economic landscape since Brexit. Reapplying to the EU would bring new uncertainties and reignite deep political divisions within the UK. The UK's focus is on pragmatic engagement with the EU, acknowledging the irreversible nature of Brexit and building a new cooperative relationship. Absolutely. Even the Scottish are starting to realize they can't go back. Bitcoin's vulnerability is now being tracked by the United States. For what purpose? The US National Vulnerability Database has identified a security flaw in Bitcoin related to the Ordinals protocol, highlighting risks of data spamming on the blockchain. The vulnerability could impact Bitcoin's network performance and transaction fees, with potential restrictions on future Ordinals inscriptions. Efforts are underway to patch the vulnerability with implications for the security and stability of Bitcoin's network. Which also means Ordinals are going to try to spam the thing even more until it gets blocked so that they can actually get their stuff through. Hi, Gara. I need a study. Can you explain what you mean? Singapore and China launched digital yuan pilot for tourist transactions. We talked about this. China's central bank escalates USD exodus in the market. China's central bank actively sells off the US dollar in response to Moody's negative rating of the yuan, aiming to strengthen the yuan's position in the global market. The move is part of a broader BRICS strategy to challenge US dollar dominance and promote local currencies in international trade. This aggressive financial tactic by China could have significant global implications, reshaping power dynamics in the world economy. This isn't aggressive and it's not new. All countries sell off dollars to buy their currency, to try to get their currency up in value. That's a common central bank tactic. Javier Milei's pledge list, what Argentina can expect. Let's take a look. If there's something different from earlier. Pledging deep spending cuts to address the country's economic crisis includes a significant reduction in public spending, focusing on revitalizing the economy without impacting the private sector. Amidst high expectations and skepticism, Milei's presidency marks a radical shift in Argentina's political and economic approach, facing challenges of inflation, poverty, and foreign debt. We did talk about this. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you get notifications the next time we go live with something potentially that you haven't expected. Hi, I'm Malik Zulkarnain. Uh, Thanks for the code for the guys that were asking for stuff before. Crypto VC firm C1 explores discounted private holdings purchase. C1 crypto VC seeks to buy cheap assets. Australia cautious, but C1 persists. C1 targets $300 million plus firms for $20 to $50 million investments. Former Coinbase executives, crypto venture capital firm C1 has reportedly initiated talks with multiple cryptocurrency entities and Australian venture firms. The objective is to explore opportunities for acquiring private holdings from investors using its substantial $500 million fund. That is an interesting plan. South African regulator considers mandating local offices for crypto firms. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority, FCSA, of South Africa is contemplating a new regulatory requirement that could have a significant impact on cryptocurrency firms operating within the country. The proposed mandate would compel cryptocurrency companies headquartered overseas to establish a local office in South Africa. This development follows the findings of a recent crypto asset market study, which revealed that a substantial portion of crypto firms conducting business in South Africa based abroad, estimated at around 10%. The FCSA justifies this potential regulation by emphasizing the need for a physical presence to facilitate proper oversight and accountability. Interesting. So you have to do more than just, that is definitely an AI generated image. I don't think I could do that with my hand. London's M&G PLC fuels crypto revival with $20 million stake. M&G PLC, a leading London-based pension firm, has invested $20 million in a British crypto derivatives trading platform, GFOX. This investment is a significant part of GFOX's $30 million Series B funding round, showcasing growing institutional interest in cryptocurrency. The investment shifts traditional financial institutions' perception and acceptance of digital assets, especially following the FTX collapse. Interesting. BTC falls below 42,000. That was actually from today. Why is the crypto market down today? Let's take a look. Early in the Asian morning, Bitcoin led the crypto market decline, currently trading at $42,248. The global crypto market is down 5% to $1.63 trillion. Ethereum and Solana followed BTC in the market decline. ETH trades at $2,244.58, while SOL trades at $69.47. The crypto market correction comes as investors prepare for the latest inflation report and the last Federal Open Market Committee meeting of 2023. Most experts expect core inflation to rise and the Fed to hold rates steady. They're expecting bad rates and such. KuCoin Labs invests in Dovi, a strategic move in Bitcoin Layer 2 solutions. KuCoin Labs invests in Dovi, a Bitcoin Layer 2 solution to improve Bitcoin's efficiency and user experience. KuCoin Labs' early investment in the Bitcoin ecosystem reflects its confidence in the sector's ongoing growth. KuCoin Labs welcomes BTC native projects to apply for financing and incubation, promoting innovation in the cryptocurrency industry. That's interesting. The KuCoin Labs is one of the biggest investors out there, isn't it? Just from memory. WorldCoin targets $50 million boost with exciting discounted token sale. It's a strategic fundraising effort through a discounted token sale to raise significant capital for its expansion. The success of the token sale is crucial for further developing and implementing WorldCoin's ambitious technology-driven projects. WorldCoin focuses on building a robust decentralized network, showcasing its unique position in the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry. Bonk surges to become third largest meme coin. What? Solana's Bonk meme coin is now the third largest, overtaking Pepe with a 370% price surge in a month. Bonk's success is attributed to listings on major exchanges and a surge in derivatives trading. Despite a rocky start, Bonk has risen by a remarkable 6,215% in the last 3 months, making it a standout performer in the meme coin market. In a surprising turn of events, the Solana-based dog-themed meme coin Bonk has climbed the ranks to become the third largest meme coin by market capitalization. This unexpected surge occurred on December 8th as Bonk's recent price growth soared by an impressive 370% in just the last month. CoinGecko data now reveals that Bonk boasts a market capitalization of $762 million, surpassing its fellow meme coin competitor Pepe, which currently stands at $675 million. I was not expecting that. That's fun news there. Vanek highlights Bitcoin's role in evolving investment norms. Vanek, a leading asset management firm, cautions that Bitcoin's past performance does not guarantee future results. The firm is exploring the impact of incorporating Bitcoin into traditional investment portfolios, challenging the conventional 60-40 strategy. Vanek emphasizes that individual risk tolerance and investment objectives are crucial in considering Bitcoin for diversification. Venus Protocol's DeFi recovery, addressing the $270,000 Oracle issue. They responded swiftly to the issue, the incident. User funds remain secure amidst DeFi challenges. Treasury funds to patch the gap. Okay, so that's what they did. Crypto market shaken as Bitcoin plunges 6.5% in a 20-minute flash crash. Bitcoin's rapid 6.5% plunge in 20 minutes shocks the crypto market. Massive liquidations and losses follow as Bitcoin erases a week's gains. Market watches for SEC approval and Fed rate cuts amidst Bitcoin's 2023 rally. Wow. To a low of $40,659 before showing some signs of recovery. That's crazy. I don't watch the price all the time. So, like, if you're not paying attention and you do like day transactions, that's awful. But if you're in it for the long term, it's a different story. HTX crypto exchange faces massive outflows post $30 million exploit. Security breaches erode trust, leading to massive outflows. High exposure to Bitcoin and Tron highlights vulnerability. Ongoing security issues may harm HTX's standing. Investors withdrew more than $258 million from the platform. It was formerly known as Huobi, for those of you who haven't followed. It's now HTX. BlackRock sounds alarm over Bitcoin security classification. BlackRock warns SEC Bitcoin as security could hinder trading. Bitcoin's value vulnerable to SEC enforcement actions. Regulatory uncertainty looms over cryptocurrency markets. Interesting. Binance's future in peril, stark warning from former SEC chief. We saw that. Europe leads with groundbreaking AI regulation for ethical use. The European Union is close to adopting comprehensive regulations to govern artificial intelligence, ensuring its safe and ethical use. The Artificial Intelligence Act establishes clear boundaries to protect fundamental rights and environmental sustainability. The legislation specifically bans biometric categorization based on sensitive characteristics and prohibits the mass collection of facial images. Interesting. Madeira to fuel its emerging tech hub with blockchain technology. Madeira is planning to use blockchain technology as a tool to fuel the emerging tech hub in the region, the archipelago's strategic move towards tech development. So it's a picturesque archipelago in Portugal, not far from the Canary Islands, I would say, is undergoing a transformation into a burgeoning startup hub with a keen focus on emerging technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence. And a notable shift from its traditionally tourism-centric approach or economy, approximately 30% of the island's businesses are now immersed in the technology sector. Madeira organizes a two-day blockchain conference. The Madeira Blockchain Conference, a two-day event organized by the local tech community. Amazing. Like, there's so much stuff going on in Madeira all of a sudden. Gaming companies venturing into blockchain have encountered pushback from both players and developers. Red Cat Pig, a traditional game studio, experienced challenges while trying to incorporate blockchain features into its games. CEO Marco Betancourt emphasized the difficulty of persuading the startup team to explore the potential advantages of integrating blockchain into game development. Despite these challenges, Red Cat Pig is moving forward with a pragmatic approach, steering clear of Web3 related buzzwords. Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to launch its first blockchain based game, introducing non fungible token skins and drones that players can trade and purchase in game using fiat or cryptocurrency. Alexandre Mendes, head of ventures and strategy at Subvisual, shared valuable insights during the Madeira Blockchain Conference. These are just a few things that happened during the conference. Interesting that they're moving towards tech development. Bitcoin inscriptions flagged as a cybersecurity risk in the US. We've talked about this, but not as a cybersecurity threat. Bitcoin inscriptions have been flagged as a cybersecurity risk by the US National Vulnerability Database. Ordinal inscriptions and its impact on the BTC network. Okay. They're seeing it as an issue there. Nigeria's crypto adoption rate makes a significant leap. Let's take a look at this. Nigeria's a significant leap to reach around 47% of its population. So almost half of Nigerians are using crypto now. A comprehensive analysis by CoinJournal indicates a noteworthy 15% growth in crypto ownership between 2020 and 2023, despite regulatory challenges imposed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. That's fascinating. It grew by that much. All right, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and see what's going on since that crash. Not sure what to expect. Oof. The global crypto market cap is $1.56 trillion, a 4.31% decrease over the last day. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is $77.58 billion, which makes a 54.75% increase. The total volume in DeFi is currently $10.17 billion, 13.11% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. The volume of all stablecoins is now $69.74 billion, which is 89.89% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Bitcoin's dominance is currently 52.42%, a decrease of 0.03% over the day. And we see Bitcoin is at $41,874.95, down 4.56% in the last 24 hours, up 0.59% in the last 7 days. Wow, that hurts a bit. Ethereum is at $2,221.73, down 5.43% in the last 24 hours, down 0.21% in the last 7 days. Let's take a look at biggest losers and biggest winners. Biggest losers, we have FTT, the FTX token, down 12.11% to $4.92. ORDI, so like the Ordinals token, down 11.12% in the last 24 hours, still up 16.47% in the last 7 days to $46.42. Blur is down 10.83% in the last 24 hours, down 9.05% in the last 7 days to 47 cents 50. Rune from Thorchain is down 9.64% in the last 24 hours, down 11.74% in the last 7 days to $5.79. Biggest winners, INJ from Injective is up 20.82% in the last 24 hours to $22.81. IMX from Immutable is up 10.50% in the last 24 hours to $2.01. And SNX is up 7.56% in the last 24 hours to $4.58. Optimism, OP is up 7.23% in the last 24 hours to $2.33. All of these are up more than 24% in the last 7 days. And then we have Bonk, which is now in the top 100 at 77th place, up 7.07% in the last 24 hours. And then AVAX, Avalanche, still growing strong at 5.91% up in the last 24 hours to $35.07. Okay, let's look at the top ones by market cap. Let's see. BNB is at $242.10, up 0.58% in the last 24 hours, up 5.82% in the last 7 days, going down 1.04% in the last hour. XRP is down 6.43% in the last 24 hours, down 0.07% in the last week. Solana is at $67.61, down 8% in the last 24 hours, up 10.64% in the last 7 days. ADA from Cardano is down 9.15% in the last 24 hours, still up 35.02% in the last 7 days to 54 cents 15. Dogecoin is down 5.32% in the last 24 hours, still up 8.97% in the last 7 days to 9 cents 532. AVAX from Avalanche is in 10th place now, up 5.88%. Like we said earlier, up 62.88% in the last 7 days. TRX from Tron is down 3.17% in the last 24 hours, up 1.54% in the last 7 days to 10 cents 45. DOT from Polkadot is down 8.30% in the last 24 hours and up 19.98% in the last 7 days to $6.64. Link from Chainlink is down 8.39% in the last 24 hours, down 5.68% in the last 7 days to $14.76. Matic from Polygon is down 6.31% in the last 24 hours, up 6.67% in the last 7 days to 84 cents 72. Ton from Toncoin is down 4%, down 3.61%. That's just changed in the last 24 hours, down 6.19% in the last 7 days to $2.23. SHIB is down 7.73% in the last 24 hours, still up 6.81% in the last 7 days. Litecoin LTC is at $72.50, down 7.63% in the last 24 hours, down 0.3% in the last 7 days. Bitcoin Cash is at $232.49, down 7.12% in the last 24 hours, down 5.39% in the last 7 days. Atom from Cosmos is down 5.75% in the last 24 hours, still up 3.7% in the last 7 days to $9.82. And yeah, everything seems kind of complicated right now, to put it mildly. Interesting. So that's it for our show today. Please subscribe so you get notifications for the next time we go live with something. The next news show should be Wednesday. So I'll set it up for that. Thank you very much. Have a great Monday and a great week.